Hello and welcome to another FX Centrum daily market analysis. For today, I will go through our cross asset list. I will cover coffee market, WTI, US 100, US 30, USD Japanese yen, pound dollar, euro dollar, dollar index, Bitcoin, gold market, and aluminium. I will start with the coffee market first. So what we have here is a daily time frame. So we can see here that the coffee market is still basically testing this middle Bollinger Band at 200, I will say 210 mark. And that will be a quite important level. So if the market can break today this 110 hold above, there will be a chance for a 221 to be on the test, which is the previous swing low on the daily time frame. We can see that fast and slow line are sloping to the upside. We have a new, I will say 20-day rate of change high at this point. So there is a chance for higher prices, but I would like to see the hold above 210 mark for the confirmation today. You can see the hourly is pretty much in the upside environment, upside regime, and from my perspective, there is a chance for the upside continuation. But anyway, if the market, you see, for example, the rejection of the 210 mark, there will be a chance for a pullback, maybe towards previous day low at the 100 mark. But so far, based on a daily time frame perspective, hourly buyers are in control, and there is a chance for the market to trade higher. On the WTI, we can see that we had rejection of this resistance at 80.10 mark. So yesterday we had a pin bar, and today market is very close to break the previous day low. Here on the stochastic oscillator, we can see that we have quite a big gap between fast and slow line, and this is the chance for the fast line to correct at least. So there is a chance for a rotation the downside towards this consolidation support and the lower Bollinger Band. So around 77 mark, that's the next downside objective of WTI. Take a look at the hourly time frame. We can see that there was a rejection of the upper Bollinger Band. There was the break, lower Bollinger Band, and then a natural pullback, and then this was a bear flag. So this is a good progression so far. We can also place trend line. We can see this was a more like market was building like more wedging on the way up, and this price section is actually a good confirmation for their downside movement. Anyway, if the market will eventually break 80.50, let's say that scenario, then we also have quite a big underlying resistance on mark and 81.50 mark, which is upper bowl. So potential downside is more likely. On the US 100, we can see the rate of change divergence, and this is quite a big sign that we can see that at least downside correction. We didn't have any down day, basically clear down day in the last 2 weeks or so. Fast and slow line are basically very close to each other, and they're like an overbought environment. We still need to see the confirmation. We need a confirmation for the downside. See that yesterday's low, an area around 16,000, I will say 16,000, up on 18,600 mark. If the market can trade lower and trade below the lower Bollinger Band, so we can see the shift in this area here, there will be a chance for a market to have a down day and basically to have some short-term downside movement, at least towards the middle Bollinger Band around 18,150 or 18,070 mark. The rate of change divergence, fast and slow line, basically we have a flat slow line into the overbought environment. So definitely there is a chance and quite a big risk for the market to sell off period short term. Very similar thing to the US 30. But US 30 actually had a down day, so we can see that there is a plenty of the bearish divergences on the rate of change in the last 2 weeks. And you can see the fast line is the fresh bear cross yesterday, and slow line is basically now flat, just around this 100 mark. So it's quite a overbought environment. And there was a rejection of the all-time high around 40,000 mark. In the background, hourly, we have already shift here in the hourly time frame, so it seems like US 30 the weaker least it was weaker yesterday compared to US 100, but there was a down break on hourly, and now we have just a price equal time, more like a consolidation flag. There is a chance for a downside continuation, and I say short-term downside objectives are set at 39,585, or we also have a 39,003 mark. And I will post about this, about the US 30 trade idea separately, so we'll stay tuned, since I will post today like a separate video for the 30 trade idea. USD Japanese yen still in consolidation, just around that swing high at 156.74. Bollinger Bands are contracting. It's interesting to see here that the stochastic oscillator, we had this pullback, and this was a classic when the slow line is rising and the fast line does the basically literally kiss the slow line. So this was like a correction, and then the new buying power is here, and now the buyers are in control. You can see here now we have a pullback, but still early Bollinger Bands are just contracting at this point. If the market can break 156.74, there will be a chance from my perspective for market to attack this 157.85 mark, 158 mark, maybe even this pin bar at 180.20 mark, short term speaking. So anyway, Bollinger Bands are contracting, so we have a consolidation, but on the stochastic we can see clear trend in the last 2 weeks. That is the upside. Pound dollar going alongside the upper Bollinger Band. Still, we didn't have any pullback. Still, gap between the fast and slow line is there. And resistance at 1.2700 is a key at this point to watch. A very narrow hourly time frame, so eventual break of the 1.2, I'll say 1.2687. Eventual break and hold below this level can be a good sign for the drop towards 1.2645, maybe even towards 1.2580 mark. Of course, in the case of the upside breakout, 1.2725 and hold above, there will be a chance for the next upside objective, which is 1. Mark. But again, fast and slow line is they're in overbought environment. We have a rate of change kind of divergence in the last 5 to 6 days, and at this point there is a risk for the sell-off and for the downswing to develop. Euro dollar is a similar story. Now we just deleted this, so you can see that this gap is now fully covered. So there was a gap between the fast and slow line here. So the market had this consolidations, and then you can see here the fresh bear cross. Fast line is breaking a slow line. The fresh bear cross, something that we had here. We'll probably see something similar here. So on the euro dollar, since we have this few days consolidation, if the market can break 1.0835 and hold below, there will be a chance for drop towards 1.0785, which is a middle Bollinger Band. So this is something that I'm watching carefully. But so far we have just a consolidation. Eventual rebreak of 1.0850 can be a good sign in the beginning of the drop on the euro dollar. Dollar index hourly still holding well, so even there was a sell-off there, we didn't have any break of the lower Bollinger Band. So this is quite a positive sign for a dollar index for the rally. And then we had an upside breakout, and we are holding this Bollinger Band. So that's a good sign for the further upside movement. We can see still didn't have a fresh bull cross, so there is a chance for the market to rotate at least towards 105.18, which is the middle Bollinger Band, maybe even the 105.50 mark. So hourly, pretty much we had a shift in the trend dynamic from bearish to bullish, and there is like a couple of days, like a 3-day balance at this point. So I see definitely a potential rally on the dollar index. Anyway, the scenario for the market, if the market can drop below the 104 mark and hold below, of course there is a chance then for market to go even towards 103 mark. But so far, based on the previous couple of days, the price action and the hourly development, I see more chances for the higher prices. And on the Bitcoin, we had actually upside break. So just go here. So we had this consolidation, and market didn't have a power to rotate lower. Actually, we had a quite a the day closed near the high yesterday, and we are in the near the all-time high, so 71,000 mark. We have the all-time high around 73,700 mark. But now we are in the 2 standard deviations. Bollinger Bands are expanding, and market is trading above the upper Bollinger Band, so there is a strong demand from yesterday, and we will need to see how, what kind of supply we will have after this kind of move. So you can see that even on the hourly market is expanding. So I would like to see more like hourly to start, to build contraction, and then to see eventually if the market can re-break to the upside or have a sell-off. So this is basically quite a risky environment in the Bitcoin, because volatility is expanding on both hourly and the daily time frame, and we still didn't have even a rotation, something like this, on the hourly time frame. So I would like to see more contraction, consolidation, and then to watch potential breakout. But so far, key resistance levels are there. So we have 72,000 mark, 73,000 mark, 700. So we have quite a big area of resistance at this point here. And the gold market is doing exactly what we spoke about. There was a rate of change divergence yesterday, and basically in the last few days, we are decreasing the gap between the fast and slow line. We had quite a pin bar around the upper Bollinger Band, and we had rejection of the all-time high on the gold. So definitely chance for the lower prices in the gold towards the, let's say, middle Bollinger Band at least, which is a 23.53 mark at this point. If we take a look at the hourly time frame, we can see that market is breaking to the downside and broke the lower Bollinger Band. Actually reacted here, but if the market can re-break this 24.05, there will be a chance, good confirmation for the downside movement. We can see the hourly is developing. You can see here on stochastic when the market went from the 890 mark, both fast and slow line, and then we went below the 40 mark. There was this kind of correction consolidation, and then market is making the new low on the slow and fast line. So this is a very good sign and good for the downside. And aluminium, so we can see that aluminium is just right there in the upper Bollinger Band. This was our upside objective. Spoke about this break of this consolidation initially, and then we are upper Bollinger Band. Again, the distance between the fast and slow line is quite a big point that there is some divergence in the rate of change. So I do see potential for rotation back towards 25.71. We have a swing high at 26.80, which is a previous swing high from the mid-April. But based on this distance between and gap between the fast and slow line, I will, expect some kind of the pullback, at least on the daily time frame, in order for this fast line to correct and the slow line to catch up this fast line. So there is a chance for that, of course. On the hourly, we don't have any confirmation for that. Hourly is just building higher lows and trading around the upper Bollinger Band, 2 standard deviations. But if we can see some down break on the hourly, there will be a chance for a downside movement. That will be all for this FXCentrum daily market analysis. If you didn't visit our website, you can do that. So fxcentrum.com. You can explore FXC TV, watch today's analysis or previous analysis from previous days, different tutorials, trading ideas. You can also have this 100% deposit bonus, which is quite a big boost for your trading account. You can get access to our webinar FXCentrum, and literally if you just click on log now, you'll just name, country, phone, and email, and you'll be able to watch the whole video about our company and the benefits that you'll have if you start with us. And of course, you can open an account in literally a couple of minutes, create a demo account, $10,000, or create a live account and able also to Centrum platform. And that will be all for this daily FXCentrum analysis. Stay tuned, because today I will definitely post 1 or 2 trading ideas, which I will cover. Basically, I will speak about US30 and the gold market, because I think they're very interesting things that are developing there. So stay tuned for more videos. Of course, subscribe on our YouTube channel, and speak to you soon.